Welcome back to today's video. First of all, I want to thank you guys for giving me this beautiful birthday present. This means a lot to me. So, today I will be giving you guys the best jungle guide. The jungle role is easily one of the most complicated roles in League of Legends. Wild Rift. The unique laning phase and required knowledge of pathing and ganking make this role one of the more difficult roles for new players to learn. If you fail to manage your tasks properly, jungling can lead to disaster for you and the rest of your team. Before diving head first into the jungle, take some pointers from this jungle guide to help you out. First, what is a jungler? If you don't know till now, the jungler is a champion role that does not start on any of the three major lanes in Summoner's Rift. The jungler will gather gold and experience in the jungle area, where they will need to defeat neutral monster camps to catch up with their other laners. The jungler also carries out other roles, such as securing elemental dragons, the Rift Herald, Baron Nashor, and globally providing support to their teammates. The jungler is also one of the more proactive members of the team. They try to add pressure to other teammates' lanes by trying to successfully launch surprise attacks called ganks, which aim to help their allied laners secure kills. The champion pool belonging to junglers is also flexible in the sense that they can also play as the carry or just another supporting role. Now, what makes you a jungler? Not every hero is capable of staying in the jungle. For instance, mage heroes might have the damage to kill the buff creeps. However, they don't have the durability to sustain the attacks. Some of the heroes who can stay on the lane include Amumu, Camille, Evelynn, Gragas, Graves, Jarvan Ivy, Jax, Lee Sin, Master Yi, Olaf, Shyvana, Xin Zhao, and Vi. Most of the jungle-capable heroes are those who are fighters. Before heading into battle, players should remember to equip the smite spell so they can kill creeps quicker. What is smite and how to use it? Smite is the jungler's primary summoner spell that they should always have at the game's start. Smite allows the jungler to instantly execute monsters that are below a certain amount of health and heal them for a small amount of HP. Smiting a monster is also necessary for the jungler to continue jungling without worrying about their HP going too low. It also makes it hard for enemies to steal away your jungle camps. Smite can be upgraded in one of two ways. First is Challenging Smite. Challenging Smite, more commonly known as Red Smite, is one of Smite's two upgrades. This upgrade becomes available after killing 4 large monsters using Smite. When you use Challenging Smite on an enemy champion, all the damage they deal you, regardless of source, is temporarily reduced by a significant amount. Additionally, during this short time, the damage you deal to that champion is increased. It is the primary choice for jungle champions that like to engage and fight champions to secure kills for themselves. And the second is Chilling Smite. Chilling Smite, or more commonly known as Blue Smite, is the second of Smite's two upgrades. This upgrade becomes available after killing 4 large monsters using Smite. Using Chilling Smite on an enemy champion reduces their movement speed by 20% and increases your movement speed by the same amount. This is useful for champions that prefer to play a more supportive role for the team or benefit from the increased movement speed. Before we talk about pathing, let's check monster and what gives to us after killing them. Inside the jungle area of Wild Rift, there are 10 types of monsters with its own spawning camp, buffs and spawn time. It is highly recommended the jungler main should know all this info. First is Blue Sentinel. Blue Sentinel, commonly known as Blue, is the first monster that spawn on the top side of the jungle. Blue buffs. Crest of Insight. Killing Blue Sentinel will get buff known as Crest of Insight. The buff restores mana and energy periodically and restores health when out of combat. Then comes Red Brambleback. Red Brambleback, commonly known as Ret, is also the first monster, but it spawn on the bottom side of the jungle. Red buffs. Crest of Cinders. Killing Red Brambleback will get buff known as Crest of Cinders. The buff adds true damage and slow effect to the enemies when attacks. It is less effective for ranged champions. Next is Rift Scuttlers. Rift Scuttler is also known as Scuttle Crab, Turtle. This monster is a passive monster that provide vision buff in the river when defeated. It spawn in Minute Mark 126. The Scuttle Crab roams around in the river area. Then is Gromp. Gromp is a monster that spawn next to Blue Sentinel with 2500 HP. The Gromp is the frog-like creature. It gives a large amount of experience. Next is Wolves. Wolves is a monster that spawn next to Gromp with 1830 HP and 2 baby monster. Next is Raptor Camps. Raptor Camps or Razorbeaks is a monster that spawn next to Red Brambleback with 1520 HP and 3 baby chicken. Next is Krugs. Krugs is a monster that spawned next to Red Brambleback with 1720 HP and one baby monster. They split into smaller versions when killed. They provide a large amount of gold. Then comes epic monsters. First comes Elemental Drakes. Elemental Drakes is commonly known as dragons that give your team a permanent buff until the match end. It has its own spawn in the river called Dragon Pit. Each element provides a small buff to the entire party. Elemental Dragon will respawn in the 4-minute mark. There are 4 types of dragon in League of Legends Wild Rift. The 4 types of dragon are Infernal, Cloud, Mountain, and Ocean. Defeating each dragon will give you some buff. Mountain Drake gives out of combat regenerating shield. Ocean Drake gives physical and magic damage vamp. Cloud Drake gives bonus speed increase. Infernal Drake gives percentage damage bonus. And when Elder Drake spawns it will be enhanced version of the previous drakes. Let's go to Rift Herald. Rift Herald is a monster that spawned inside Baron Pit after 6 minutes into the game. Killing Rift Herald will turn it into your ally that can be summoned anywhere to help push the tower faster. Rift Herald will no longer spawn after minute 10, and Baron will spawn instead. Tips to kill Rift Herald fast. Attack the purple gem on Rift Herald back to take out a chunk of its health. It will shortly come back again after few basic attacks. Mind it, Rift Herald will only be spawned once in the whole game. And at last we have one and only Baron Nashor. Baron Nashor is the toughest monster, and it give the biggest buff for the team who kill it. Baron spawn after minute 10 inside Baron Pit. Baron buffs. Hand of Baron. After defeating Baron, the whole team will get Hand of Baron buff that can empower nearby minions, reduces recall time, and gain attack damage and ability power for a limited time. Empowered minions gain increased health, attack, range, and sieging capabilities. And there are 2 objects which you can use in the jungle. First is Scryer's Bloom. Attacking this will allow you to see areas of the map covered by the fog of war. And at last we have Blast Cone. Attacking this will knock you and all nearby units away from it. This were all the thing that you can know from the jungle. Basic guide to jungle paving. There are different ways to clear the jungle at the beginning of the game, but if you're a first-time jungler, it might be confusing for you to know where to start. Luckily, there is one standard jungle route that most players follow and is useful in any kind of situation, regardless of the champion you use. This path allows you to do a full clear on your own camp without worrying too much about lagging behind in terms of gold or experience. Basic jungle route. Step 1. Blue buff, don't smite it. Step 2. Gromp, smite. Step 3. Red buff, smite. Step 4. Try to gank the dragon lane or the mid lane. Step 5. River Scuttle Crab, smite. Step 6. Krugs, smite. Step 7. Raptors. Step 8. Wolves, smite. Step 9. Recall and buy items. This is one of the classic jungle route. Tips for junglers. Roam all lanes. In League of Legends Wild Rift, junglers don't have to necessarily stay inside the jungle throughout the course of the game. They'll have to roam to the top, bottom, and mid lanes from the early to the middle phase of the map. Essentially, junglers will have to help their allies pick off the enemy heroes on their lanes to gain the advantage. Beware of the enemy jungler. Ideally, junglers will need to explore the jungle on the enemy team's side as well. They should focus on grabbing the buffs from the creeps so that the enemy jungler is denied of the benefits. Of course, the enemy jungler will try to do the same. Junglers should know proper ward placement so that they wouldn't be ambushed by the enemy team's jungler. When needed, junglers will have to request backup from the nearby allies so that they can invade the jungle on the enemy's side of the map. If the enemy's jungler is pressured early on, they will have a hard time keeping up. Of course, it takes practice to become an efficient jungler in League of Legends Wild Rift. There are many heroes that can serve as a great jungler in the game, but players really need to find one they are comfortable using. In time, they can win matches a lot more frequently. Other tips to keep in mind: jungling can be a challenging task to ask of a beginner. The best way to learn is to keep trying out new things and change up your jungle path now and then. Remember that your primary goal as a jungler is to give your teammates significant leads by either slaying neutral objectives or ganking lanes. Make sure to clear your jungle camps quickly. Don't take too long in the jungle and leave your teammates hanging, though the enemy jungler may already be wreaking havoc on your team. Some of your general duty. Try to clear jungle camps fast. Rotate and initiate ganks. Defends turrets that are close to you whenever necessary. You duty in team fights. It depends on the champions that you picked. You can either be the initiator, clean up, burst to Brussier. Things you should avoid as a jungler. Don't initiate baseless team fights. If your objective is taken by the enemies, you might want to fall back or back off. unless they are at low health and your team has the advantage, and take them on. Don't go back to farming or at base when your team managed to wipe out the enemies. Take the objective instead and push the turrets. Don't waste your smite. Try to reserve it for Baron and Dragon. Check the number indicated in the icon and tap it to last an objective. Don't approach your contest Baron or Dragon without sweeping lanes. Enemies might just be waiting for an ambush. And at last, don't just farm all the ways. Learn to respond to your teammates and help them. And also place wards in the river. Although this video was long, I think this video helped you a lot. That were all the things that I can teach. If you want to see more about this, then comment down below and subscribe to my channel for more of the same content. And I will bring more this type of content. And hope you guys like this and learned something from this. If you have any issues regarding this, then do contact me on Instagram. Or you can contact me on Twitter. Or you may join our Discord and get help from our lovely members. So, this much for today's video. And hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye bye, have a nice day.